This is Mumbai, the city of dreams, where the vada pav is world famous, where if the local train is the nervous system, this is the heartbeat. Dogs. Welcome to a brand new series on PowerDrift, where we are teaming up with fellow dog lovers Hyundai to tip a hat to our best friends. We're going around the country to spread the love for local breeds. And in this first episode, we're exploring a breed that isn't exotic or rare, but one that's as Indian as the ground that we walk on. Because these are the OGs, Indies. No morning run, chai tapri or apartment security force is complete without one of them. But how much do we really know about Indies? What we do know is that just like how our companion, the Hyundai Exter, has been developed and made for India in India, Indies too have evolved in our homeland for our conditions, which is why both of them share similar traits. They are compact, rugged, and smart. The origin of the Indies actually goes back many thousands of years, tracing their origin back to the Indian Pariah dog breed, which is actually thought to be one of the oldest breeds in the world, dating almost 15,000 years, which is incredible. Indies are a mix of breeds and share their genetics with not just Indian breeds like the Mudhol Hound, but thanks to the British, also many European breeds. And while that could be seen as a dilution of its DNA, is instead a concentration of it. The Indies have taken the best of everything and become their own thing. And that's just way too good of a segue to miss, so I'm just going to get out here and say it. Because the Exter 2 takes the best of a hatchback and an SUV in one package. And what we're doing in the Exter is we're heading to meet someone who knows a thing or two about Indies.
My name is Abod Aras and I head the organization called the Welfare of Stray Dogs. I used to volunteer with the welfare. At that time I didn't know anything about veterinary care. Please remember that street dogs used to be killed, and I used to accompany one of our neighbors and go and rescue them. So that's when I trained under a vet. I think what makes an Indie more adoptable is that they are much more hardier. An Indie is an indigenous breed. Origins also traced to the Indus civilization, connected with a dingo from Australia, and has been in urban and rural environments. Please remember that all these dogs were scavengers. Their immunity is much higher and they don't come with the genetic issues that a lot of breeds have. In a slum many years ago, there were people who used to see a dog with a maggot wound and it really smells and they used to actually go and hit it or even kill it. The same people started calling and actually helping. Because we do not charge any money for anything we do, that makes a huge difference. Why can't people, just look, before they start a car? Recently, a dog that I knew called Machhar, so I said, Machhar क्यों उसका नाम रखा? क्योंकि वो सबको काटता है, इसलिए Machhar. And I got a call saying that Machhar has been run over by a tempo, and he couldn't make it. I mean, everybody need not like or, want to go and do things that we do. But I think it's just that we need to coexist.
There's tangible proof of the Indian Pariah dogs in the Mohenjo-Daro era dating 2500 BC, and yet it was recognized as an official breed only as recently as 2015. Featured on Nat Geo's documentary on the search for the oldest dog, the Indie, as it's evolved to today, is a breed known for its hardiness and loyalty, making them great companions. Territorialism runs very strong in Indies. It's actually part of their survival instinct. And I know this because I remember when I was a kid growing up, there was this dog in our neighborhood, Kalu, of course, very original name. But one night, Kalu realized there was someone really strange walking around one of the houses And then when he started to bark his lungs out and no one listened, and this person was really trying to get access to the house, Kalu bit him. And even when the robber fought back, Kalu did not let go, and in fact ended up losing his life. That is courage a human being would be really awarded for, and it just runs in dogs. So even though we often overlook them, I'm sure all of us have some stories to tell.
This is Rustam.
This is Tiku.
ये मेरा डॉग है शीरो।
कोई गोवा लेके जा रहा था लेकिन इधर छोड़ दिया था, हम लोग पाल के रखा हूँ इसको।
He was left behind.
And he had recurring maggot wounds.
मैं इसको घर पे लेके आया, मेरी मदर बोल रही नहीं तुम्हें नहीं रखना है इसको घर पे।
Uncle had gone somewhere and he never returned.
Because it was recurring, we couldn't leave him back.
पर फिर घर वालों ने भी एक्सेप्ट कर लिया।
So we got him in. Since then he's been with us.
Years of him being with us, it's turned him into a puppy that he is now.
I have learned many things from the dogs.
Spending time with them is the best time that I've ever spent in my life.
I don't know, dogs just make me feel happy.
Dogs are just wonderful animals.
If you could describe dogs in one word, what will you call it?
God.
They are very similar to God.
God.
Love. Unconditional love.
ने मेरी लाइफ चेंज की है सच में, मतलब
Someone like family.
अच्छा है, जानवर ऐसे भी प्यार करने वाला चीज होता है।
After speaking to so many people, I've realized that Indies aren't just survivors, they're thrivers. Living proof that resilience and, more importantly, love can conquer anything. So, even if we can't give them a home, let's at least give them a pat. The world could do with a little bit more kindness. Because sometimes the best things in life aren't rare, they're right in front of us. Okay, this is just a shout out to the guys at WSD for doing some incredible work. The amount of love, the sacrifice, the dedication that we've seen in the last couple of days has been really changing for every single person in the crew. These guys work on individual donations. By the way, they're not funded by some big companies, and we'll put a link to them in the description. I really hope we can all chip in and help make the world a better place for dogs.